Welcome back, everyone. I'm Hari, and we have a truly legendary story for you today.
And I'm Kinney. Today, we're diving deep into a modern sporting epic, the history of Liverpool Football Club from 1985 to the present day. It's a dramatic journey defined by massive triumphs, deep heartbreaks, and unbelievable structural shifts.
It really is, Kimmy. Our story kicks off in 1985, a highly turbulent year for the club. Following the tragic Heysel Stadium disaster and Liverpool's subsequent indefinite ban from European competition, manager Joe Fagan resigned. Up stepped the iconic Kenny Dalglish as player manager.
And what an impact he made! In his very first season, Dalglish led the club to a historic League and FA Cup double, famously defeating local rivals Everton 3-1 in the 1986 FA Cup final. Interestingly, star striker Ian Rush scored twice in that final before being sold to Juventus because the club desperately needed money due to the financial squeeze from the European ban. Dalglish then signed John Aldridge to replace Rush and later added Peter Beardsley and John Barnes to create a truly devastating attacking force.
Yes, though Rush returned only a year later because of homesickness, but the late 80s also brought the darkest day in the club's history. On April 15, 1989, during an FA Cup semifinal against Nottingham Forest at Hillsborough Stadium, overcrowding led to a catastrophic crush. Ultimately, 97 supporters lost their lives. We must pause to honor those families. It's a tragedy that fundamentally changed English football forever.
It is a loss we must never forget. The subsequent Taylor Report in 1990 led to Anfield being converted into an all-seater stadium, which made matches safer but drastically reduced its capacity. Despite the immense grief, Dalglish somehow guided the team to their 18th league title in 1990 before resigning in February 1991 due to extreme stress.
His sudden departure signaled a period of decline. Former player Graham Souness took charge, but struggled to sustain domestic dominance. Souness also oversaw the highly controversial decision, which sources suggest was actually a directive from the board to meet Premier League requirements, to demolish the historic boot room, the legendary coaching meeting place since Bill Shankly's era, to build a modern press room.
Talk about tearing down history! While a young Robbie Fowler emerged as a bright spot, scoring 5 goals in a single match against Fulham, Souness was replaced by Roy Evans in 1994. Evans' era featured a highly talented squad dubbed the Spice Boys by the media, famously remembered for wearing cream Armani suits to the 1996 FA Cup final.
They were criticized for focusing on celebrity lifestyles over silverware, but the late 90s brought major change. Gerard Houllier was appointed, eventually becoming sole manager. In 2001, he guided the club to a unique treble of the League Cup, FA Cup, and UEFA Cup, which included an absolute classic 5-4 extra-time thriller against Spanish side Alaves.
Houllier also secured their return to the Champions League, though his tenure was overshadowed by a life-threatening heart condition in 2001. After he left in 2004, Rafael Benitez took the helm and instantly delivered the legendary Miracle of Istanbul in 2005, coming back from 3-0 down at halftime against AC Milan to win the Champions League on penalties.
That match remains one of the greatest footballing comebacks ever, but off the pitch, the club entered a dark financial phase. In 2007, American businessmen Tom Hicks and George Gillette bought the club. By 2010, Liverpool was on the brink of bankruptcy, buried under $350 million in debt.
It was incredibly tense. The Royal Bank of Scotland eventually took the owners to court to force a sale, leading to Fenway Sports Group purchasing the club for £300 million. Roy Hodgson had a brief, unsuccessful stint before Kenny Dalglish returned for a second spell, winning the 2012 League Cup.
Dalglish was succeeded by Brendan Rodgers, who came agonizingly close to winning the Premier League in 2014, led by the brilliant Luis Suarez. However, a late-season slip against Chelsea and a dramatic 3-3 draw at Crystal Palace shattered those dreams. Suarez was then sold to Barcelona for an initially reported £75 million, though leaked contract documents later revealed the actual fee was £64.98 million. And iconic captain Steven Gerrard agreed a move to LA Galaxy, ending his 17 years of incredible service at the club.
Which paved the way for the Jürgen Klopp revolution. Dubbing himself the normal one, Klopp completely revitalized the club. After losing the 2018 Champions League final to Real Madrid, they bounced back to win their 6th European Cup in 2019, following an iconic 4-0 semi-final comeback against Barcelona.
And the next season, they finally ended a painful 30-year wait to win their 19th top-flight title, their first under the Premier League format, achieving it with a record 7 games remaining, even after the season was temporarily suspended due to the pandemic.
Klopp also delivered a domestic cup double in 2022 before announcing his departure in early 2024. This paved the way for Arne Slot, who had a sensational debut, guiding Liverpool to a record-equaling 20th top-flight league title in April 2025.
But Slot's success was tragically overshadowed by terrible events. During the championship parade on Water Street, an automobile driven by Paul Doyle plowed into supporters, injuring over 109 people. Then, in Spain, player Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva tragically died in a sudden car crash. The club subsequently retired Jota's number 20 kit in his honor.
A deeply sobering period for the fans. Slot was eventually dismissed in May 2026 after a 5th-place finish. It shows how this club's history is a profound mixture of immense glory and sudden, heartbreaking adversity.
It certainly is, Kimi. Through every triumph and tragedy, the resilience of the Anfield faithful remains completely unmatched. Thank you all for listening to this episode.
Yes, thank you everyone. Please take care of yourselves, stay extremely safe, and we will definitely see you in our next exciting episode. Goodbye!
This episode is based on the Wikipedia article, History of Liverpool Football Club, 1985, present, which is available under the Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license. This podcast was crafted using artificial intelligence.